John Giannone, Steve Valiquette. I guess in the final analysis, so many of the storylines centered on Henrik Lundqvist, Igor Shesterkin, who would play in goal for the Rangers, but it wasn't goaltending, it was goal scoring, only 4 for the Rangers in 3 games.
Yeah, and you know what, John, as I was preparing for this game this evening, I was looking at grade A scoring chances, and Carolina had 15 in the first 2 games to the Rangers 7. And you know what I thought of? An old Bill Parcells quote. You are what your record says you are. And that's where the Rangers were coming into tonight, facing a lot of adversity to try and keep this thing going. I thought they came out and played a really good game. They played a spirited game. Lemieux had a nice game coming in to help. Shesterkin was outstanding. When you look at it from that 50,000-foot level and you're saying, what kind of season was this? Well, it was one of progress and promise, and I'm very proud of this group.
And Sam said it on the broadcast. 11 Rangers made their playoff debuts in this series, and they went to the third period of Game 3, tied at 1. It was anybody's game, and then it was Carolina's. And a reason why is Sebastian Aho. And here's a guy who started this season, 11 months ago, watching the Montreal Canadiens sign him to an offer sheet as a restricted free agent. Almost never happens. Carolina matches, but that kind of speaks to the quality that this kid brings at the age of 22, and his game spoke even louder.
That's right. You don't see offer sheets often because of the backlash that GMs get. And this guy's worth it, right? And their star players are all drafted and developed by them in their organization the same way that you're seeing our players here in New York being drafted, developed. It's Hartford to New York. And right now, if you're going to tell me that you take a step back and look at this season objectively and say, Shesterkin starts the season in Hartford, and now he's your starting goalie. You know, and you look at Hedl starting in Hartford, and now he's becoming a player, and where Kakko's progressed. All of the young guys are really coming up and coming into their own, and you got star players in Panarin and Zibanejad. I mean, superstar players. Fox and Lindgren established themselves as a top D pair. Think about the progress this season.
So speak to what Igor Shesterkin should take from something he'll never. You never forget his first NHL playoff game. What should he take from tonight, despite giving up 3?
I just think that he is a very calm, poised, and confident goaltender. You can see it in the way that he handles the puck. This is not easy to do. It's not easy to have the confidence to do it because the speed in the NHL is on top of you, and he goes out there and has that poise. I can see it in his rebound control. He makes big saves when he's called upon in big moments in the game. Now it's just going to be a matter of doing it consistently over 55 starts. And then whoever supports him next year has to be able to fill in. But he's a star, John. I mean, there are a lot of things to get excited about for the New York Rangers with what they have in net.
And staring him down from 200 feet away, the subject of our Liberty Mutual crease coverage, and that's James Reimer. Surprised to some that he gets the start in Game 3 after Peter Mrazek won the first 2. All he did was make 37 saves, and some were just eye-popping.
And that's the thing, right? I mean, the Rangers got something out of this. You could say, well, I've waited 4 or 5 months for this playoff, and now they're out in 3. Or you could say they played some quality minutes in a game that was tight, and it went down to the third period. And this is experience for these guys. It's a process. I mean, let's remind ourselves, you know, this Carolina team, what a save that was, Johnny. And you could say this game could have gone in a few different ways with some of these saves. But don't forget, okay, this Carolina team went to the Final Four last year. This Carolina team has been through the process. They missed the playoffs for 9 years, and now they're really good, and they're very good with the lead. And you know what this series was about for me? It was specialty teams. I mean, come on, they have an elite penalty kill. They give up the 5 fewest chances in the NHL on the PK, and they were a top 4 PK team, and their PK was better than the Rangers' power play.